Good afternoon, everyone. It is 12:53 Central Time. Track time is 1:53. We are 7 minutes to go before a green light flag. What am I doing? Hello, everyone. This is Crash, and you're listening to the Racing 66 channel. We're live on YouTube, live on Twitch. Got a new layout with Twitch today. See how this is going. I want to thank everyone who is here right now. I don't know how many are on YouTube at the moment. I know there's a good several on Twitch as well. Growing on Twitch, thank you so much. Get on the stand, please. Thanks, Jay. If a €5.99 euro donation, get the red flag crash on the stand, please. Those who don't know, I am the harbinger of red flags. How did I get that name? Because I did mostly practice. Yeah, if anything goes wrong in practice, the red flag comes out. It's not the case with quali or with the race. They have access to the yellow flag and the safety car. So different rules, different scenarios. News that you guys should know about. Soda had a 10 grid place drop. Isaac had a 3 place drop. Lawson and Gasly are pit lane starts. Do you think Yuki's penalty was a bit harsh? No, he overtook under a red flag. He should know better. He should be braking. He'd be, when that red flag comes out, you need to be slowing down as fast as possible. The only time that red flag is a passing of the red flag is that it just came out and you were going to pass them anyway. The delta speed, even if you were slowing down, you were never going to not overtake them, and that happened. I think Imola. I forget. I know that happened with Sainz this year. So that's the only scenario where you can undertake on a red flag is that you were going to anyways. You speeding down, it was just not enough time for you to speed down, and you just happened to go past the other person. That's the only case. After that, it is a infringement and a 10 plays penalty because it is a safety violation. Why does Russell have a head start on the grid? That's probably old. That's data that's out of place. He is starting P1, but that is just an error in the last. We did have the map did do the reconnaissance laps, so that was the last known location before they stopped dealing with data. We are dealing with the C5, C6, C4 compounds. That C6 is that new compound. God. Got spammers in chat again. We are looking for more mods. We could use more help. We are growing and we're getting bigger. And that growing pain is starting to show up. Put subs no, because there's a lot of people who come into chat who are not subscribers. And we don't want to put a barrier between them and chatting. That's the reason why we don't. No, Ivan, do not put you in timeout. No, Ivan, please do not put false information into chat. All right, like the race hasn't even started yet. Can we hide the race starts? Give it 2 minutes, and that will go away. Or now, the boss will take it away now. Can you open a poll? I'm not a mod on Twitch as of yet, so I wouldn't be able to open up a poll. Press the screen. Why? I'm live. Tajim also just pointing out that Robert Kuda won today at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Showing the trophy for winning the race. It's a trophy. Is the screen broke? You guys refresh. YouTube has a tendency to delay and fall behind. That was more so the case yesterday during Quali and FP3. It's protected a 1 or 2 stop race. I would say it's probably a 2 stop race. I want to thank everyone who's here. Again, we got people on Twitch, and we got people on YouTube, we got people on, I believe we're on TikTok as well. Some of you are probably listening us over Facebook, a Facebook post. And anywhere else you may be listening or watching from, or even on demand after the fact. Welcome to the Race Statistics channel. We have just started the formation lap. It's now 2 p.m. Eastern time. The formation lap has started. Give it a moment. Either refresh or give it, because the map is working correctly. Man, formation lap. Yes, this is when they start before the race begins. They go around the circuit once and line up on the start finish line. For those of those who are doing a pit lane start, they will come out after everyone gets going. They'll come out after the fact and then come back into the pits. And that's required this year. Last year they didn't have to go out on the formation lap. Oh, you didn't hear me correctly. Sorry, House. Well, for those who didn't know, that's what the formation lap is. Yeah, F1 uses a standing starting procedure, whereas like NASCAR and IndyCar, you'll typically see many times a rolling start procedure, where when they come around on that lap, it's like a restart as opposed to a standing start. Clerk will lead after turn 1. Yeah, he's gonna have to get past a lot of people to get up there to Merd. Oscar leading after turn 1, possible. You know, the question we are looking at is, will there be fireworks between Max and George at turn 1 in that first lap, or anyway in that, up through turn 7, I could say, actually, those are chicanes and turns. Question in chat: where are you watching from? I am watching again. I'm here with you guys from the state of Texas. This is where Austin is. I am in the north of the state. Dallas is the largest city to me, though I'm in a city north of Dallas. There's several of them. Here we go. 4 laps, 5 lights, and we are now racing in Canada. And George is going to get ahead pretty well. Max is right behind him. Antonelli is pulled behind Max. and Oscar is side to side with Antonelli at the moment. So George has got is a good order where we got George, then Max, and then we've got Antonelli and Oscar trading positions. Calpino gets above Albin. Sykes get ahead of Borletto. Albin has taken that position back, and Sonoda's got ahead of Stroll. And Albin has just dropped. Nope, that's a timing board issue. Oh, oh, maybe he is dropping. He is now. He just went over the grass. He's lost 3 places so far. So we are on our first lap so far. Clean start set for Albin going off track. I think that was Isaac getting ahead of Albin. Yeah, Albin launched. He did get some air. You mention it. He did not go through that grass gently. We're now on lap 2. DRS is now enabled. Well, the lap is probably lagging from the source. It's not that far behind. In some cases, the map and is actually faster than what I see on my F1 TV stream. So Yuki is 17. He's up a place after again. He qualified 11th, dropped to 20th on penalties, gained 2 positions based on pit lane starts. Has now passed Stroll for a place 17. Got Russell, Verstappen, and Antonelli in the top 3 right now. Max having the fastest last lap, but Russell having fastest first and second sector, and generally fastest third sector so far. So generally up a place in P3 in the podium right now. What you guys right now, I'm looking at the action right now on track. They've kind of spread out a little bit. There is a bit of a train from Alonso Norris to Leclerc. Then there's a train from Colpino all the way down to Sonoda and Stroll. Stroll's just dropping out of that now. Hey guys, don't worry about the haters in chat. They're going to hate. They're going to come here just to hate. And they'll be dealt with appropriately. So don't worry about them. By calling them out, you're actually giving them the feed that they want. Right now, what you guys are talking about. Things have spread out a little bit again. Max is only 7/10, 6/10 behind Russell. Antonelli is another second, almost 2 seconds back at this point. Oscar is another second back. Hamilton another second back. Alonso only 7/10 back. So they've spread out already after 3 laps, 3.5 going into the 4th lap. No, this is the actual Grand Prix. This is not a sprint race. So this is the full 70 laps. Welcome to the chat, FinFan. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. We are willing, happy to answer them. Like Theodore, what's the weather looking like? 0% chance of rain. It's sunny. It's beautiful out in Montreal. Max has gone about a tenth on Russell in that past lap since been checking him around turn 12. Again, Max setting another fastest lap on that last lap, but not taking any particular sector. What happened to Yuki? He dropped 10 places due to a red flag infringement. He has gained one spot and two more based on Lawson Gasly being pit lane starts. When you see the green interval, it means that they're somewhat they're advancing on the car ahead of them. So Max has somewhat gained on not the moment. Uh, he's in DRS range though, so he's been using that to his advantage. Russell's out of DRS range. Oh, with a 10-pound donation. Let's go, Max. Go for your 3 Maxiteers. Those are the several Max fans are in chat. So track is suing Mercedes and not McLaren this week. Yeah, what's the reason for the current standings? Partly is it's actually a bit cooler than expected, and that gives Mercedes a bit of an advantage. I think Mercedes has also brought some upgrades, and basically Russell's just driving better than Lando or Oscar and even Max at this point this weekend. Why are most people on old tires? Because they used those tires during quali yesterday. They were using those medium tires for an advantage in qualification, and that's the reason why. Has Verstappen attacked it, or is he coasting behind? He's just coasting behind Russell at this point. He's actually lost about another 4/10 on Russell. So Russell's actually pushing right now. He's got the fastest lap. His last lap was the fastest so far. No, 2 laps ago was the fastest. I mean, these are the C5 compounds, Mark. So we're looking at another 2, 3, 4 laps at the bare minimum. What's wrong with McLaren this weekend? I mean, Oscar lost a place on the start. He was P3, so he wasn't that far behind. Norris is just not driving well. What's happened today? What everyone because they qualified in repositions. I mean, evidently qualified 4th. He's now in 3rd. I mean, Russell is up there. Oscar. I mean, it's just how things turned out. I mean, again, Lando wasn't driving very well. He's made several mistakes this weekend. How's it currently going for Max? The race, in your opinion? It's still early to see. He's fallen back well a second and a half to Russell, which is not that big of a deal. It's going to see, Pitt. If Mercedes screw up their pits, Max will take the lead. I'm going to ask you, do you think Yuki will get replaced soon? No, he won't be replaced. He should be in through the end of the season. Does 8 Ball say? Does there will be a red flag? Yeah, guys, don't worry about the spammers. We're doing the fast as can we get them. You guys are setting. You guys are typing faster than we can respond. Yes, we do have a Discord. Get the link for you. Are there many pit stops? Yes, in that. So the reason there's a mandatory pit stop is that you're required to use two different compounds. So whether it's a hard, a soft, what in that regards. So they are required to pit at least once to put on a different compound. Uh, right now, what's going on? Hey guys, I'm having an issue here. So you're not gonna hear my voice for a little bit. I'll be right back as soon as I can. All right. Sorry about that, everyone. Issue with Windows. Let's see what you guys are saying. Yeah, we're on lap 13 of 70. This is Grash. You are listening to the Race Statistics channel. Albin, turn 9 lap 1. Had a lap time deleted, but that's okay. Russell right now is pitting. That is a 2.5 stop for Russell. So he was on a medium tire and he's on the hard. So this could be a one stopper, depending on how he managed things. Antonelli basically has taken the lead. It looks like Max has pitted as well. With a he's gone to hard tires as well. And Russell came out behind Alonso. Verstappen came out behind between Hulkenberg and Colapino. So they've got traffic ahead of them. So Antonelli right now is leading the race by virtue of Max and Russell pitting. Isaac has also pitted, but he's also down P20 at the moment. And Antonelli has just pitted. Now, both Russell, Antonelli, and Max were all on used mediums, significantly used mediums. So anything will have a one lap advantage over Max and Russell. Oscar right now leading the race by virtue of not having pitted yet. He's 14 laps on a medium, soft medium. Sorry, not soft medium. A new medium, I should say. Why pit? Basically, those mediums were used. So we're on lap 15. So they're like 4 or 5 laps already on those tires already. Whereas Oscar has only 14 laps total so far on his tires. And we've got, there we go. Yeah, there was a moment of lag, everyone. If you refresh your stream, it should be okay. Hamilton pinning right now. He's coming out P10. He'll be between Ocon and Behrman right now. So Oscar Norris Leclerc at top of the board, leading the race right now, but looking at what you guys are saying in chat at the moment. Oscar now pitting. Norris is going to inherit the lead based on that. Now, Norris and Leclerc started on hard tires. They've gone 16 laps so far on those hard tires. They could go very long on those hards. Russell, who started a race, is now back to P3. Max is P4, so they've gotten ahead of Hulkenberg and Antonelli. Right now, Russell's charging on those medium tires. He's doing a 115.8. Leclerc and Norris did a 116.5, so it's almost almost 8 tenths 7 to 8 tenths faster. Why did Alonso drop so much? Where is he? It's because he pitted. It's pit order right now. Yeah, Yuki's 13th. He started on the hard tire. He hasn't pitted yet. So those are things that are going on right now. So we definitely have two strategies: those who started on mediums and those who started on hards. I'm not. It's not that the mic is cutting off. It should be that I'm stopping to talk so I can figure out what's going on. So I'm not babbling. Guys, try refreshing your stream before. It may be on your end and as opposed to mine. So I apologize. Again, right now, Lando is our race leader. Leclerc is second. Russell's third. The gap right now is 6 seconds to Norris. Verstappen is 8 seconds to Norris. So again, if those two pit right now, they would be dropping back in the order. Oscar passing Hulkenberg for P6 at the moment. Hulkenberg's gone 17 laps on a medium tire. Albon has gone 21. He's gone to so he used medium for Albon. Bamman is pitting right now. He's going to drop pretty far back. He went 17 laps on a medium tire. That can't be right. That should be 19 laps. Looking at where the race is right now. The next big thing that's going to happen in another, say, if they pit early, it'll be, I don't know, not on hards. They may go pretty long on those hards. I would expect at least another 7 to 10 laps on those hards at minimum. R2M, I don't know too much why people, because they started on used tires. The counter you see, for example, like Alonso started on a used medium, and then went 19 laps. That's total with so he started so so he started about 5 laps on those tires automatically. And that's the same case with Russell, Verstappen, Antonelli. They started on a used medium tire that they used yesterday in qualification, and then basically went 15, went 10 laps, 12 laps, and then pitted and got and then went on to hards. Why did he pit so late? Because he was able to manage those medium tires better. Is ultimately why he pitted later than others. What does it mean the tire has this line through it than outline rather than the normal circles? That means that it was used. That's why we know that Alonso was on a used medium tire. And he was him, Colapino, Antonelli versus Russell, Albon started on used mediums, and then Stroll and Lawson started on, and Isaac on you have currently used hards. Now with Stroll, that we know that they go out and they'll scrub, basically do a lap around. They'll put the tires on, send the car out. It'll go around, and come right back into the pits. So that's what we mean by scrubbing a tire. Albin thinking the pit. He could go another 2 laps easily. Albin has a tendency to be a tire whisperer and push tires further beyond when they should be. How much angry on the radio? Oh, Albin's losing time now. Let me take a look at his times. He's doing 1:21:19. Yeah, that's seemingly slower. And Max trying to overtake George. Right now the gap, no, not really. His gap is 1.6, 1.7. Last time I checked, it was 1.5. So he's actually fallen back a tenth or two. Really like how you explain even at Ray I'm into things to people that are new. I mean, I was new too. And that's one of the things I'm trying to foster here on this channel is this is a community that's welcoming to new people and are willing to answer your questions. Max possible running, yeah, is possible Max to win this race. There needs to be more to happen later in this race. Max needs to make a charge at some point to get some time. There's still a lot that could be doing that. There's a lot that could happen between now and the end of the race. So again, we're only 23 laps out of 48, 70 laps. There's 48 left, so we're about a third of the way through the race right now. So what do you mean by more to have? I mean, there could be, Russell's tires could die off in a particular way. Again, Max could make a charge and get time. There could be a safety car. There's so many different things that could be happening. How much time do you lose during a normal pit stop? I think it's about 20 seconds. I'm not sure the exact time. It's about 20 seconds. I'm not sure. It could be a little more, it could be a little bit less. And then the virtual safety car, you're going to take about 10 to 15 seconds. Oh, why did the pit add only 15 laps? Because they were on used tires, Fatima. That's particularly why like Russell and Verstappen pitted early. How's the circuit in terms of overtaking? It's on the easier side. It's possible to overtake on this circuit. It's not a Monaco style circuit. And who's coming in? That's Albin coming in. He's going to hard tires. That's a good stop, a 3 second stop. Not bad, but not a little slow, but not significantly bad. Those mediums not very good. No, the mediums are performing as well as expected. Those are the C5 compounds. They're performing particularly okay. They're doing better than the soft compounds. They're just not holding up over a lap, and that's why you saw particularly like Russell and Verstappen and I think Antonelli as well use medium tires during qualification because they were performing better in general. Right now, Russell's within a second of Leclerc. Stroll just did a 2.6 stop. Tire history is not wrong. You're seeing tires that were used, and that's what the tire history is representing. Yeah, so Russell is coming up on Leclerc. We got 45 laps to go in this race. We're in lap 26 right now. Again, this is the Race District channel. This is Crash with you live with coverage. And guys, I'm having a problem again. I'll be right back. Okay, I apologize about that. Thank you, everyone. Was there a you guys are saying there was a roadkill? Please don't make that stuff up. There are I want to call them groundhogs, local venom. Though we have not seen them come out on track this year. Clerk coming into pit. Comes the clerk. Stop was 2.2. Clerk doesn't understand the choice. They've gone from hard to another hard choice. So it's going to be a two-stop strategy for Leclerc. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he was expecting to go onto a medium tire. It looks like they're going to put him on. They just put him on another hard, and then onto a medium tire for a second stop later. A good stop for Leclerc, regardless. So here comes Oscar into the pits. So Russell back into the lead of the race after virtue of Norris pitting. Did Leclerc just have a problem? No, he just pitted. He didn't sure. Did I say Oscar? Sorry, my apologies. It's Norris who's pitted. He comes out ahead of Leclerc behind Oscar. So Norris is going to gain essentially two stops, two positions after pit order from when he started. That's correct. He's not can't do one stop anymore. He's going to have to use, but even still, he only went uh 28 laps on a hard. That's only a third of the race, just a little more than a third. So he was not going to be able to go hold the distance on another set of hards. So what we're looking at is they're basically we're looking at two stop strategies today. Yeah, Norris is going on medium to. He went from a hard to a medium, so expect him to make a charge on this stint on tire because he's got the tire advantage right now. Not only are there new mediums, but Oscar, Antonelli, Verstappen, Russell all have 14 plus 14 18 laps on those hard tires already. Oh, he's not on one stop. He's on a two stop. There's no way those mediums are going to go to the end of the race. And if they do, that's that's a miracle. I'm not sure what happened to Albin. He is. I have to take a look at what look if there was anything that happened to him. He's at the back of the race right now. Albin's a PU problem. Okay. He's still on track though. Oh, that's cool. Ryan says hi in Discord. That's cool. Tell him we say hi, Wired Commander. I'm trying to look right now, right? Or we're back to where we were at the beginning. We got Russell 1, Verstappen 2. Antonelli did pass Oscar on the start to take P3. Oscar is fourth. Norris has managed to move up 2 spots. Leclerc also managed to move up 2 spots. Hamilton has dropped 2 spots. Ocon right now has moved up 6 spots, Sainz 7 spots. But they have not pitted yet. So Alonso is actually there's two people ahead of him who haven't pitted. Dave Smith, I want to see the Ferraris beat the McLarens for some reason. I mean, they've been winning. That's why everyone, you win, everyone hates you. What's the possible strategy for Yuki? Uh, he could do if he goes another 10 laps. 10 to 12 laps, then he could be on a one-stop strategy, maybe 20 laps. He's going to have to push those hards really, really hard. And nearly closing on Verstappen. He's improving on his times. Though he is again significantly 3.5 seconds back. So we'll keep an eye on him on that time. Right now, the gap to Oscar is 2.2, and then it's 7.2 from Oscar to Norris. So those are the times that we're looking at. Again, the Russell to Verstappen is 3.5. Verstappen to Antonelli is 3.4. Antonelli to Oscar is 2.2. Norris did the fastest lap at 1.5. So he's 1/10 faster than his teammates, 2/10 faster than Antonelli, 3/10 faster than Verstappen, and about a tenth faster than Russell. Alonso passing Sainz for ninth. It's angry on radio. Max always sounds angry on radio, though. That's the problem. Again, we're on lap 34 of 70. We've only got 37 laps to go. So we're about halfway through this. This is the Race Statistics channel. We are here on Twitch, YouTube, and multiple other platforms as well. If you've got a question, I am keeping an eye on Twitch and YouTube chat. So those are the two platforms that if you've got a question, you can drop in at Grashariza, and you can put in a question for me. Right now, what's going on? Oh yeah, the C. So Salak's talking about the medium. Can't trust those C6 compounds. Yeah, no, C6 compounds aren't holding up on track. They're not even good enough for quali. They are a step softer than C5, and they're just enough just falling apart. Looking at what you guys are saying right now in chat. Got a shot of Pierre's mom on TV. Alonso a battle for eighth. Here now, is he coming up? Yeah, he's past line, so he's coming up on Ocon right now. If he passes him, that means that he would be passing the last person who hasn't pitted yet. Both Ocon and Sainz started on fresh hards. They have not pitted yet. Late, what I miss? Anything exciting happen? Just in the beginning of the lap, the big thing is that Antonelli Oscar at the start of the race, and then we've had a lot of strategy with pit order. Antonelli is 1.4 seconds behind Max right now. Oscar's 2.4. Norris is 5.8. Again, Norris has been setting fastest lap after fastest lap. He just did a 15.2, which is half a second faster than his teammates, 2/10 faster than Antonelli, a whole second faster than Verstappen, and 3/10 faster than Russell. Yeah, at this point, no one's sandbagging. And Antonelli's within DR's range of Max. Now, Antonelli has a one lap advantage on Max, even though they're used hards. And Max is pitting, so he's pitting. That's early. I would think he would have gone a little bit further. So Max is pitting. He's going to put Anthony up second, Oscar third, Norris fourth. He's going to come out behind Leclerc, and Max did a 2.2 stop, which is a good stop. So Max coming out was onto new hards. He did start on medium, so he has fulfilled the two compound requirement. If the tires are degrading as the way they are, Max might stop again. He might stop again. I don't know. There's 33 laps to go. He went 25 laps on those hards. There's 33 laps to go. Yeah, 32 laps on hards is going to be difficult, but it's not impossible. Antonelli's pitting right now. He went 24 laps on used hards. So we're in lap 39 of 70. We got 32 laps to go. This is the Racing channel. This is again Crash with you with live coverage of the Grand Prix. Antonelli's going to come out behind Verstappen, but ahead of Hamilton. And he's going to be within 7/10. And there, oh, Antonelli's charging on Max. He's not wasting time. He is all over Max already. No, Max is not doomed. He's got to defend. So we got a good fight going on. Max has gone a bit way ahead of Antonelli. Lawson's pitting. Yeah, it's going to drop him to like around 19th, so that's not much of an issue. So the key question to the so they're concerned about graining on his tires, and he can see some graining already on his tires. So Oscar's probably going to pit at some point. But we have a prediction over here. Looking at what you guys are saying right now, looking at what's going on. We've got a bit of a DRS train going on. That's from Gasly, Isaac, Bierman, Stroll, Albon are a bit of a train at the moment. Colpino is within half a second of Borrello. And then take a look. And Downey's falling back 1.2 off of Max. But he did gain a tenth on that last lap over Max. And only planning to go 41 laps on his hards. That is possible. It's just harder. If Antonelli's backing off from Max at this point, then that will be more possible. But we'll see. For our gaming, Lewis can do 54 laps on hards. I doubt that you can do 54 laps on hards. They'll fall off significantly before that. Did I see something bouncing? Oh, must have been an artifact I saw on my screen. Anyways, right now we're looking at the back from Isaac. He's right now in that train. Colpino is now leading that train. Gasly's back 1.4, and then we got Isaac, Bierman, Stroll, Albon. We're at the point now they've Norris and Oscar and Russell have passed Lawson. He's been lapped. Leclerc is the next one who will pass it, who will lap Lawson. Could the one stops go with the soft to the end? No, because the softs are C6. These are the one steps softer than the C5s. The C5 is what we've been normally been seeing on for soft. So one of the things that's going on here is because they've gone with C5, C6, C5, C4s. Those tires are much softer and they're not as durable as other tires. So we're getting less of a case where we're seeing more definitely a two-stop strategy today, as opposed to if we hit with the harder compounds, they could have done a one-stop strategy. Looking at right now what's going on. North will go to white again. No, he won't go to white again. He's got to go to. Norris will pit again. Oh wait, he did pit. He went to the medium. Yeah, he'll probably go. It will depend on how many laps they have to go. If they have another medium, I would expect them to go to that. Otherwise, they'll go. It will go to the hard. Yeah, what you guys are saying in chat. What's wrong with Hamilton's car? Is he's getting left behind? That's been part of the course with Hamilton right now. I mean, he's in P7, and that's where he is at the moment. He will probably pit again in a little bit. Maybe about seven to 10 laps. He will probably pit again for another set of tires for the end of the race. Looking at what you guys are right now talking about. Again, where we are on 45 laps of 70. We have 26 laps to go, so we're about 2/3 through this race right now. Right now, we've got Oscar leading the race currently. Max and Russell have pitted for their last stop, so they're going to go to the end of the race on those hards. Expectation that Oscar, Norris, and Leclerc will pit again. At some point for fresh tires. Trying to look who's doing what right now. Again, Antonelli did a 115.2, Stappen 115.4, Russell 115.28, Leclerc is the fastest 115.0. 08 or 115.1, and then we got Norris and Oscar doing 115.7. And here he comes. Oscar's pitting right now. Again, he had 28 laps on those hard tires. Laps are coming in at the moment. Ring guy around, and well, that means they're improving on their times in front of the person ahead of them. Here goes the stop for Oscar. That was a good stop. 2.2 stop for Oscar. Quick, maybe a top four, top five. Here comes Hamilton. He's on. That was I think 2.2. That was a decent stop for Hamilton. That was a 2.0 stop for Hamilton. That was a great stop. That was better than I expected. And Hamilton's going to come out in front of Alonso. Get onto a hard tire. So we've got stops from Norris and Leclerc potentially before the end of the race. So Russell did a 2.3, Max did a 15.0. Now he did a 15.2 now. Antonelli last lap was a 15.1. Oscar was a 118th, but he pitted, so that's not an issue. Alonso's doing 116. So that's what we're doing at the top of the race. So it's the game of tenths right now. Safety car, we're spicing things up right now. Yeah, it would. I mean, we got some really big gaps, and that would collapse all those gaps. Norris is being told the box, and here is Hulkenberg trying to make a move on Yuki. Stroll gassing incident, forcing another driver off the track under investigation. So, but they're at the back of the pack, so it's not that big of a deal. Here comes Norris. He's on pit lane right now. Clerk is now leading the race by virtue of Norris pitting. Here's the stop. .4 stop for Norris. So the leaders have been doing 2.5, 2.2, 2.0 stops. I think Hamilton's got the fastest stop so far. So right now, Leclerc is leading the race, but he's got 19 laps on his hard. They are not going to make it to the end of the race. So right now we've got Leclerc, Russell, Verstappen, Antonelli. Hulkenberg, yeah, and still stalking Yuki for P11 at the moment. Isaac just passed Behrman on track. Flag Albon. Albon has pulled his car off the track. He's behind the. So it's a yellow flag, but it is not going to go red. It's because Albon has pulled his car behind the barrier. Actually, he's managed to drive his car off the track and behind the barrier. and for that reason, now he is out of the race. He has stopped. He's out of the race, but he's safe. So won't that we've already gone from yellow to green. So Albin is now out of the race. Comes Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg's making the pass on Yuki right now for 11th. Hulkenberg is 4.3 seconds behind Sainz for 10th place, so that would be for points. You cannot park here. 10-second strategy? Yes, 10-second strategy for Stroll, forcing another drive off track. That will put Stroll uh, to 9th to 18th. Lawson is almost 20 seconds back off of Gasly, so that's why. Lewis predicting that it will be a 2 point. So on top of the 10 second penalty, we're expecting 2 penalty points, at least 2 penalty points on his license for the incident as well. Could be three, but two is most likely. Granted, Stroll is 17th, so we're talking about someone at the back of the pack. So after this, won't be talking that much. Barlo's coming in the pit, though. He's in the back of the pack as well. He's coming. He'll be coming out 18th. Yeah, Ocon, Sainz, Sonoda, and Gasly have gone 49 laps on hard tires. There's 20 laps left. I could see them go 5 more laps on those tires, then go to at least a medium. Penalty points. We're looking at Stroll potentially getting penalty points. He's already got a 10-second penalty, and then it's likely that he'll get penalty points on top of that as well. And they're showing a replay of Albon basically driving his car off the track to behind the Marshall station, which gave us only a few seconds under yellow. Yeah, Charles will eventually pit. He will probably pit within the next, I would say, and he could pit any and now through the next. And telling Oscar that Leclerc's pace is falling off, which is true. The last lap was a 115.4. Oscar did a 114.7. Oscar's also getting in within range of Antonelli. And a few laps ago, and Behrman was at a track limit and went off track. So there's disagreement when they should bring Clark in for that medium tire, and they don't want to do too many laps. They just told Leclerc they don't want to do. Leclerc is like, "That's my best tire." Yeah, but you don't want to go right now. There's 8 laps to go. We've got about another 1 or 2 laps to go before they pull. They could really pull in Leclerc. 18 laps to go. We're on lap 53 of 70. Again, Leclerc is leading this race on the virtue that he has not stopped for his last set of tires. After that, we've got Russell, Verstappen, Antonelli, Oscar, and Norris. We've got some crazy guys out there. Ocon, 51 laps. Same as Sainz, same as Tsunoda and Gasly. Of those, two are in the points. One is was in the points. It's just outside of the points right now. All four of them will have to pit at some point for another compound. The expectation is, again, in the same range of Leclerc. Leclerc is now pitting. So after 24 laps on hards, Leclerc is now pitting, which we're expecting to be a medium compound. Who will gamble on soft? No one's going to gamble on softs. Softs are not gonna survive. They're not going to perform. They're not getting enough grip. They're too soft. We saw that with Imola. We saw the reason why those soft tires were really designed for Monaco and for the they're trying the fastest sector times, and Lando's purple and all has a full purple lap in those. Yeah, so the C6 is not really designed for these tracks. And by having C6, it allows them to basically make the medium and hard C5 C4s, which normally are the soft and mediums. That basically takes out that C3 compound, which they would use and basically go half the race on that, do a stop, and then yeah. So having that C6 is given Pirelli a way to force multiple pit stops without having to, do what and require multiple pit stops in like Monaco. Lewis has hit a rodent. You guys are saying that Lewis has had hit damage. Oh, that's interesting. No, Leclerc has just gone to new medium tires. He had been on 25 laps on a hard tire. Not bad news for Leclerc. Basically, yes, he's pitting his P6, but he's on a medium tire. He gets a charge. He's got 16 laps to charge on those medium tires, which is very much doable. You got Oscar and Antonelli fighting right now. That's the battle for P3. Again, at the beginning of the race, Antonelli was managed to get ahead of Oscar on that first lap. Here comes Oscar. Making a chart. He's making an attempt on him. He's close. And Lawson's going to box to retire his car. So something's wrong with his car. And Antonelli's pulled away from Oscar's good amount. He's 8/10 ahead. Max right now is, again, Russell is our leading race. The interval to Max is 2.1. Antonelli's 1.4 behind Max. Oscar's within DRS range, 0.8, 0.9 behind. And then Norris is 1.9 seconds behind. Though he just did the fastest lap of 14.2. His teammate did a 14.5. Antonelli did a 14.8. And Verstappen 14.7. And then Russell a 14.8. Gavin just passing for 14th. No, he's back in 14th because he only retook this position. You guys, you calling out George to defend. He doesn't need to defend. He's 1.5 seconds. Doesn't have to make a defense right now. Why did Albin retire? We believe it's a power unit issue. Like Lawson has a power unit issue as well, which is why he is stopping as well. So I'm getting wrestled. Nah, sort of, but not really. He's 1.5, 1.2, depending where he's on track. Gap hasn't really closed significantly. Tsunoda coming into pit. He's done 56 laps on those hards. 13 laps to go. Yeah, he's going to a medium. So Yuki's going to make has a case to go hard on those medium tires. At some point, Ocon and Sainz have to pit. Right now, Ocon is 8th, Sainz is 10th. So they're going to pit. They will lose track position, but still, at some point, they need to pit for another compound. So those are the things to take a look at. When Ocon and Sainz and Alonso just passed Sainz on track. And here comes Sainz coming in after 56 laps. And here comes Ocon, also 56 laps. So here we go. Expected they'll be going in on medium tires. Norris doing another. No, he still has the fastest lap. His last lap was a 14.6. Oscar was 15.3. Antonelli was 14.9, almost 14.15. Another 15 second, 115, and then a 14.5 for Russell. So Russell actually a tenth faster than Norris and significantly faster than his competitors. So Max has actually dropped back 1.8, so it's about 3/10 difference. Antonelli is still 1.8, no difference there. Oscar is 1.6. He's actually improved, and Norris is in range of Oscar. Is Norris going to? Is Oscar going to toe Norris? Is the question here? That's interesting. Then after that, Leclerc is 11 seconds back, and then Hamilton's another 21 seconds, and then we've got huge gaps. Alonso is in range of Hulkenberg. Ocon came out 10th, Sainz came out 11th. So Ocon's still in points. He's 18 seconds behind Alonso. Alonso half a second behind Hulkenberg, so we got a fight there. We're on lap 60 of 70 laps. So there's 11 laps in terms of counting. You add one to the laps to go because lap 70 is an actual lap that they need to take. And that's because we're doing a one order count as opposed to a zero order count. Yeah, no, I mean, they got Ocon and Sainz got 10 laps of fire and fury to go. Leclerc has 6 laps on the mediums. He's doing 114.7. Norris did a 114.5. Again, that's not good. That's 2/10 lost by Leclerc on that last lap. So here we go. We're coming to lap 61. Russell did a 114.4. Verstappen did a 1.6, so that's another tenth. So Max is actually 2/10 back. So he's 2.1 is the interval. Antonelli is 1.5. That's actually improved by about a couple tenths. again, Antonelli did a 14.4 where Max did a 14.6. Oscar did a 14.4 and Norris did a 14.3. So Leclerc is falling back. He's not actually. He's a 115. That's too far back. Almost a whole second gained. Leclerc loses almost a whole second on Norris on that last lap. Yeah, where he needs to be charging, he's not. Sainz within range, DRS range of Ocon. Ocon is 16 seconds back to Alonso. Alonso's stalking Hulkenberg as well. So that's where our fights are going on. Question is are we getting papaya rules and Lando being told, Oscar being told to pass, let Lando pass, which makes sense in terms of a points. If they want Lando to win this championship, so they are within range. So those are watching. So they're suggesting something orange E6 for turn 10, whatever that means, who knows. He wants early overtakes and let's attack Oscar while he doesn't have DRS. So Lando looking to attack his teammate. So that's where our fights are right now with Oscar and Norris, Hulkenberg and Ocon, and Sainz are all in the range. We're on lap 63 of 70. There are 8 laps to go in this race. Again, this is the Race Statistics channel. This is Grash with live coverage of the Grand Prix itself. Thank you guys who have been here all through the day, whether on Twitch or YouTube or anywhere else. McLaren's getting spicy. Yeah, these getting spicy. Norris is 0.6 behind Oscar right now. Oscar is within a tenth to be within DRS range of Antonelli. It's now got into dignity. So let's see what the next detection. Lando has DRS on Oscar. It's not clear if Oscar has DRS on Antonelli. That would be a big change in the situation if that happens. Not seeing that Oscar's getting DRS. Snowden's moved up 14th ahead of Isaac. So Antonelli's been being pulled into the fight with the McLarens, and Oscar does have DRS. So Oscar and Norris both have DRS this lap. So what Lando they were trying to get an early overtake on Oscar did not happen. Hulkenberg has pulled back from Alonso, and Sainz has fallen back off of Ocon. So our fight right now is with Anthony, Oscar, and Norris right now. Again, the McLarens are getting DRS on Oscar getting the DRS on Antonelli. Antonelli just needs to make DRS chicken games with Oscar to keep his place. Yes, that is a possibility because by giving Oscar DRS, it's keeping him. It's keeping Lando just out of range. It's keeping Lando out of range. It's not giving Lando an advantage to make an overtake on him. The thing is, you have to watch out is that you don't want to give too much time. Again, he's now dropped back 2/10. The gaps haven't changed too much. Anthony has dropped off a little bit from Max, and Max has dropped off a few more tenths off of Russell. He's now 2.7 back, almost 2.8 back. No, McLaren's are not approaching George. McLaren's are that's Antonelli. So Oscar's win 0.3, 0.5. He's gaining. He's slowly gaining on. Norris has moved up a couple tenths as well. It's tying up with that battle for third at the moment. In terms of tires right now, Antonelli's the one with the worst tires. He's 27 laps on a hard. Oscar has done 20 on his hard, and Norris is 18 on his hard. So Lando has the tire advantage by 2, and then Oscar has 7 laps advantage on Antonelli. And there we go. I think that's Oscar making a move on Oscar. They're side by side right now. And I think Oscar's gotten ahead of Norris again, but they are side by side. Oscar has the advantage. And I think he's got to back off. I think, yeah, Norris is the one who backed off. Oh, and they collide, and that's Norris into the wall. That's a yellow flag. Yeah, that's she's in chat. That is Norris in the wall. He touched the back end of Oscar. And that we knew this moment was coming, everyone. We knew that the safety car is coming out. Race is over. Yeah. This might be the end of the race with the safety car. It'll be how fast they get Lando's car off the track, everyone. Yeah, we might be ending under the safety car. Norris is going to fall back as people pass him. Yeah, he's now stopped. Lonzo coming into the pits. Hulkenberg coming into the pits. What are these guys doing? They're definitely giving up. Are they giving up track position? Are they? Okay, all cars follow safety car. Okay, so they're going through. Okay, so given where the incident happened, yeah, it's actually safer for them to go through the pits. Going a replay, following with. Yeah, okay. So I thought there was contact, but that's not actually the case. Norris tries to go on the outside of Oscar. We're seeing the replay from Oscar's standpoint. And Lando, I think there was contact. Take a look at it again. Not sure what's. Oscar Pitt. Yeah, just trying to see those. Will get reset to where the safety car was deployed. Not necessarily because when people pitted, they've pitted. Like I know Alonso pitted and Hulkenberg pitted. I think. Yeah, I think we may stop. We may end under the safety car. They've gotten the crane to Lando's car. We're on lap 59. They're not going to get this off. We're not going to go green. Not where that car is and the crane is. So yeah, the this race is going to end under the safety car. That's unfortunate, but that is what it is. Yeah, Max is not going to win this. He's going to get P2. Did our map just crash? Again, right now Russell's going to be P1, Max P2, Antonelli P3. Oscar's going to get P4 in this. Norris is not going to get any points. He's going to drop back. So Max is going to make advance on Lando for P2. Oh, Max just undertook. Oh my God, Max just overtook Russell under the safety car. That is going to be a penalty. Question is, did Russell go too slow and that was the only thing that Max could do? My drinking is iced tea. It's a peach iced tea mix that I have. And we're in lap 59. We're going through the pits again. Yeah, we're going to finish this under the safety car. So we'll see if. Yeah, so the question is, did George intentionally slow down for Max to have him go by? Yeah, this race is going to end under the safety car at this point. We're on the last lap of the race. The question is the question that the stewards are going to ask what happened is basically Max defense Max has is that he left went past Russell because to avoid him and then pulled back as soon as possible to get back in position because he was going too slow. No, lap cars are not we're not told to overtake. Yeah, we're going to end under the safety car, so there's no point to tell the lap cars to overtake. And That should have been the checkered flag. So Russell's going to win this. Max P2, Antonelli P3. I don't know if we haven't. Me bring up. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything from Racing Control regarding what happened with Max. Race Control has not mentioned anything about that in Max passing Russell, and it's a incident being investigated. I don't have. Yeah, we have the checkered flag race control message, but I don't have any other message from race control. I do not know if the incident is being investigated at this time. This is something that may be announced in a few minutes from now. Again, I'm just trying to see. Looks like Antonelli got driver of the day, which is congratulations to him. He's also got a podium. So congratulations to Antonelli for being on the podium. I want to thank everyone who came today, whether you are on Twitch or YouTube or whatnot. Again, our podium right now as it stands is Russell P1, Max P2, Antonelli P3. No, currently there is no indication that race control is looking at Max, the incident with Max passing Russell for a moment during the safety car period. For everyone here at the Race 6 channel, we're going to take off at this point because I don't think we're going to get a race control message anytime soon. Again, we ended under the safety car because Lando crashed into the wall, coming up behind Oscar. Oscar would get P4. That would promote Leclerc to P5, Hamilton P6, Alonso P7, Hopper P8, Ocon P9, and Sainz P10. Again, for everyone here at the Racing Success, thanks for everyone coming. Let's take a look at the calendar just quickly. So our next race is in 2 weeks, which is the Austrian Grand Prix is in 2 weeks. So next week we're off, but again, June 27th we will be back. It will be just a doubleheader. So 27th is Austrian 20, and then the 4th. So 29th is sorry, the race is the 29th. That's the Austrian Grand Prix, and then the 6th of July will be the UK Grand Prix, Silverstone. Again, for everyone here at the Racing channel, we will see you on the 27th for free practice. Take care, everyone, and we will see you soon.